What's going on, guys? Welcome to Everything Always. My name's Michael Roman, aka Allfires. Now, it may feel like Marvel Studios and Disney said they were going to roll back the amount of content they're putting out, but it is not going to feel that way in 2024, and especially not this summer, where they have movies going into filming like the Fantastic Four and, of course, Thunderbolts, but they're also sending movies to reshooting. There are a couple of reshoots we just reported for Deadpool and Wolverine, some quick stuff said to be wrapped up in the months leading up to the release, and major reshoots for Captain America 4 Brave New World. Now, according to the latest industry insider update from none other than Daniel RPK, we actually know a ton about what's exactly happening with the reshoots for Captain America 4. We're going to break it down, the characters that they're switching up, and what major change they're making to the film in Act 3. We've got the details on that and a little bit of speculation as to why they're doing this and what they're looking to change. We're breaking it all down, the major reshoots and what's going on with Captain America 4 Brave New World. First, if you could grab the subscribe button. We do daily Marvel content at the channel, and that's all we do. Everything from official Easter egg breakdowns, trailers, and reviews to the occasional industry insider report and everything in between. So if that sort of thing's for you, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below. That will automatically enter you to win our ongoing PS5 giveaway. The next one is right around the corner at the end of this month to coincide with X-Men 97. Again, all you got to do be a sub, leave a comment. If you want, stick around to the end of the video. We get into all the giveaway stuff again there. Okay, so we've actually got reports from several industry insiders, and before we get to the RPK stuff, we're going to start with the Twitter scoopster and the anonymous source, Can We Get Some Toast? At this point, it's now been confirmed that at least some of the members of the Serpent Society were going to be a part of Captain America 4, and he revealed this just days ago, quote, that the members of the Serpent Society in Captain America 4 would have consisted of Diamondback, Constrictor, Rattler, Asp, and Cobra, that they would have, quote, all had segmented tattoos that were spread apart like seams to reveal cybernetic enhancements, and that together they would have made up Serpent. Diamondback, played by Rosa Salazar, she had diamond spike tattoos on her hands. She was able to shoot projectiles from her fingers. Rattler had sonic booms that came from his legs that rattled. Constrictor charged coils that went up his arms. Asp had light up fire fists, and of course Cobra, who was going to be played by Seth Rollins, and again, according to Can We Get Some Toast, actually had fangs that came out of his mouth and he spit acid. This is what leads into Daniel RPK's latest update that indeed they are removing the Serpent Society in the reshoots completely from the film. So if any of you were huge Seth Rollins fans and were excited to see him in a Marvel movie, apparently they are removing these characters. Now, also according to Daniel RPK, that they're looking for different characters to replace what would have been the Serpent Society. And while we'll have to wait and see if they're not just henchmen of the leader or the intelligentsia, I think where that ultimately comes into play is that this film has so many different elements that are tied into its plotline, and for a film that still has to focus on Sam Wilson Cap, that introducing the Serpent Society as throwaway villains, if they weren't in service of one of the other plot threads, probably just made the movie more convoluted and more confusing than it had to be, which by all reports were some of what was said from the earliest accounts of internal and test screening, that some of the film just didn't make sense. So I think they're probably removing these characters in service of one of the other plot lines, mainly probably the leader and the intelligentsia, which will lead up to, of course, Thunderbolt Ross becoming the Red Hulk. Now, speaking of internal test screenings, and if the reports were true, one of the things that were said about Captain America 4 Brave New World were that the action scenes were said to be lackluster, non-existent, not really focused on Sam, and not really up to par with the other Captain America movies. And that's where we get this next update, and again from Daniel RPK, that they are completely changing the movie's final battle. That's part of the reshoots that are coming up this summer for Captain America 4, and the main reason that they ended up pushing it back into 2025 is they are reworking the Act 3 final battle of the film, which you can imagine is a huge undertaking. Now, the fact that this didn't live up to some of the previous Captain America movies, and oh, the synchronicity, just today Chris Evans mentioned that Captain America Winter Soldier was his favorite Marvel movie that he ever worked on, but the fact that they have to have this live up to things like Winter Soldier and Civil War is huge shoes to fill for Captain America Brave New World, and that's why another reason I think major reshoots were called for, because they don't want to put out a film that is so drastically less than its counterparts in the Captain America franchise. It may be a different Captain America, but it's still the same Captain America franchise, and the quality needs to be there. Hearing that they're completely reworking the third battle may tie into what we just heard as an official synopsis. If you caught our video from just a day ago, there were some trademark filings by Marvel which were made public. One of them was for Deadpool and Wolverine. The other was for Captain America 4 Brave New World, where the synopsis was simply, Sam Wilson is a man with a plan. And I think although that doesn't offer much in the way of insight, when we hear about major reshoots happening into the third act and for the final battle, I think this is more to put the onus and the focus on Sam Wilson and make sure he's still the star of the show, that we go into the third act rooting for him and that he's the one that triumphs. I think the also huge focus should be on them setting up some semblance of the Avengers, so at least a couple of characters already have the connective tissue to start forming the team before we get to Avengers 5. As I've mentioned in several other videos over the last couple of weeks, they may be running out of real estate here to put together an Avengers team that makes any sense if these characters don't start crossing over in sometime soon, and you have to wonder, outside of what Daniel RPK offered as updates for these reshoots, how much of the reshoots aren't looking to rework that as well, and maybe look towards setting up some semblance of what the core Avengers team may look like going into Avengers 5. But you guys let me know all your thoughts down below, what you most want to see out of this film. How disappointed are you that Seth Rollins and the Serpent Society are out? Let me know all your thoughts quickly. Let's get into the giveaway stuff before I let you go. Okay, we're still giving away PlayStation 5s at the channel. The next one is at the end of this month to coincide with the finale of X-Men 97. So if you want to be entered to win or for any of the other future giveaways, all the same rules will always apply. Hit the subscribe button because you need to be a subscriber, then leave a comment down below because it's truly random. The more videos you comment on, the better chance you have of winning. All winners will be announced at the end of videos the same way we're doing here. The best way to keep up with the content has always been to hit the notification bell with all notifications turned on. And as always, if you like today's video, I'd appreciate it if you'd hit the like button. In the meantime, guys, if you ever get a comment from what looks like some spam account, remember that anybody can borrow a content creator's photo, claim to be that content creator. It's all a scam and a ruse to try to get you to pay for shipping for a prize that doesn't exist. They were targeting this channel at the end of last year, or should I say 2022, and it's been a while, but unfortunately one of my friends is still dealing with this. So, friendly reminder, if you should ever get a comment saying you've won something and for you to contact them on a third-party app like Telegram or WhatsApp, it's probably a scam. Never share your information on there, it's not safe, and of course never pay for shipping. No content creator, no one who ever tells you you've won a prize, if you've actually won, is going to charge you for shipping. That's just not something that people do. So if you should ever get a comment like that on YouTube or Instagram, just make sure to report it to the respective platform, because I promise you, the content creator already knows and is doing everything they can about it as fast as they can, but the platform themselves, like YouTube, can delete the comment way quicker, and really you're doing everybody at the community a service, because not only is that comment deleted for you, but for every other account they've commented on. You can find me over on Instagram and Twitter at IamFires. You can also find me on Spotify, YouTube, Amazon, Apple, iTunes under the name AllFires. And while I sincerely appreciate you checking my music out, thanks for checking this channel out. Stick around, we'll be posting again real soon.